Yeah, we have. It's amazing. This is the fourth time. You know, it's funny. I don't think any of the lineups have been the same on either team. So it's 4 new times every time we play them. But it's early. I tell you, I obviously don't love that. I just think you should always play the team in your conference late in the season. But we're going to make it up. We're going to play the Knicks 4 times after this.
Doc, when you play a team so often, so early in the season, do you give yourself any chance to think about the playoff implications with the head-to-head?
Well, you always do, but really I don't think about that much anyway. So I kind of think game to game, and obviously we know if we win tonight it's a 2-2 tie, so it could carry somewhere. But at the end of the day, you just got to be playing well. I mean, all that other stuff it's great for writing and to talk about, but at the end of the day, it's you got to get to the playoffs. You have to be playing well in the playoffs. And that's about it. When
you made the decision to put the Jasons in the starting lineup, when you look back at the video, did you get ideally what you were hoping out of those two guys?
Yeah, but again, I've said this 100 times. The starting lineup is not as important as everyone thinks it is. I did that more for Kevin in one way, just to get him some minutes off at the 4 instead of the 5, and then until Avery comes back for Jason Terry. To get a shot, But other than that, I did like it because of Jason's, and you don't know which one, so I'll let you figure it out. His talking was terrific, and it helped Kevin. I hope you guys can figure that one out.
Yes. Even I can figure
it out.
Yeah. Doc, would you like to see Monte Ellis coming in 0 for 13 or not? Or 1 for 14, he made his last shot.
Well, I don't like seeing him come in, period. I was joking with someone. The one thing with him and Brandon, they're still going to shoot, because that's what they do. And, they've not shot the ball well, but, they are capable of it. At some point they will. And you just hope for another night that they don't, But other than that, they're going to get shots. They're both able to create their own shots. And even when you play defense, they create their own shots. And eventually they're going to go in. So maybe we're getting them out of the way early. Maybe a blessing. We'll see.
Have you seen a night like that where, it was a struggle for him the other night? You saw the film.
I've seen them. I've had them. I've witnessed them. So, yeah, it's, it just starts and nothing goes in for you.
Doc, with Jeff, you want him to be aggressive without having to tell him to be aggressive. And it feels like an opening on a play designed for someone else, and he takes it. Are you okay with that?
Hey, Drew Gooden! How you doing? He was one of my players once.
Are you okay with him taking freedom like that, maybe in a design play for someone else?
Yeah, as long as it's a good shot. One thing I don't do, you don't see me yelling about bad shots very often. Anybody on our team can take any shot as long as it's their shot. And if it's not their shot, then we'll have to talk. But for the most part, I'm a big believer in freedom, and he has it.
How did you like the way KG responded to going back to the 4th spot, Doc, the other night?
I thought he played great. I thought he seemed like he had more energy. It's one game, so it's a tough thing to look at. We played well tonight, and then so we'll find out in a month what it does really. But it looked like he had more energy because he had another guy kind of covering for him, and he didn't feel like he had to do everything on defense.
Doc, how does that new starting 5 affect those hard traps that you were?
We didn't do them the other night at all. So the good news is we're able to have multiple coverages, which most teams should have. And quite honestly, we've struggled doing that. Which is, if I had one thing that's been disappointing defensively, is that we haven't had the ability to do that through focus, where you can go into a game with a coverage and change a coverage and then come back out with a coverage. That's usually what we've done, but we haven't been able to do that. And so maybe we're starting to get to that point, and that would be great for our defense.
Why didn't Chris Wilcox play?
His thumb was hurting, and I was going to go with the other guys.
You going with the Jasons again tonight?
Yeah.
Okay.
The Jasons. Sounds like a group.
The Jasons.
Larry Sanders has given you guys all kinds of problems.
Yeah.
Do you mix it up for him? Change anything up for him?
Well, we should probably stop shooting when he's right there.
Yeah.
that would probably help, because he only blocks your shot. It's funny, and it is funny. I've seen, he does it to everybody. I honestly told my son, Austin, when they played the Bucks, I said, hey, Austin, be careful with Sanders. If you get a step deep, he'll get you. I think his first 2 shots were blocked, so I was thinking nothing changes. No one listens, you know. But he's good. He's just a terrific basketball player. I love watching him play. I love his energy. He can score some, but he just is one of those guys you put on the floor, and usually something good is going to happen for your team.
Doc, is he, you know, you see Ibaka